Yo, One Life family. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, man. Thank y'all for rocking with me, man. Thank y'all for making this thing a success. You feel me? If you haven't had a chance to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share button, please, please, please. That's very important to me. So, One Life family, what I wanted to talk to you guys about right now is this. And I know that it's been all over the internet, and I know. I've actually did a live about it, but I took the live down because, I was playing music and woo. But one of the things that we talked about on One Life First, and I'm seeing people start to talk about it now, but I wanted to make a video about it because I got some other things to go along with it. Going into this interview, and I'm going to play it for you guys. The interview that the lady did, Cheryl, or what's her name? Cheryl Orange, the lady who went on the trip with the people to Mexico. And one of the things that we talked about and went over was the fact that the shit she said in this interview to me was just weird as fuck. A lot of the shit she said just didn't add up. I mean, if you look at this lady, she has dope thing written all over her demeanor. There is no possible way that you're going to tell me that this is a regular, ordinary citizen. Okay, like that shit is just out the fucking window. And I'm going to play the video for you guys, the interview. I'm sure that you have seen it. But if you listen to the things that she's saying, first and foremost, how the fuck do you drive from, what is it, South Carolina all the way to Texas with no ID, let alone you get to Texas and then they tell you, oh, wait right here, we gonna be back in 15 minutes. You feel me? You waiting right here because you gonna test this goddamn dope when we get back. You feel me? See, One Life, we already goddamn went on the live and had a whole little rendezvous about this. You feel me? But I'm putting it into a commentary video so people can go back, watch it, and see what's going on. And the thing of it is, I'm finna show y'all this interview with this lady. She lying like a motherfucker. You feel me? This lady right here ain't got no kind of substantial credibility, period. Furthermore, Latakia Washington. She was just in the club over the weekend shaking her ass, pop, lock, and dropping it. You feel me? Which I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with that, but damn, have y'all put together the funeral arrangements for your friends? It's your cousin who got shot in his ass or his leg at the hospital. How was it you in the club piped up already? Again, I know this situation did happen 2-3 weeks ago. Hey, all I'm saying is it's a lot of shit in this case that is coming out. The last thing y'all should have did was sent crackhead Fred up there to goddamn do a CNN interview. That was dumb as fuck. This lady hairstyle got "I am a fiend" wrote all over it. We need to get this lady some rehabilitation. That's not my business. I'm just saying, y'all putting y'all business out here for us to see. And that was the wrong move. One Life family, they better get it together. Because at the end of the day, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is, and we going into it, and I'm just showing y'all the interview and showing y'all the demeanor of the stuff that's going on. Lady, you just got kidnapped in Mexico. You already back in the club. Oh, that ain't even where I was going with that. One Life, that ain't even where I was going with that. Look. Oh, girl, Latakia Washington was locked up back in 2016. Dig this, and I'm finna put it up. She was locked up back in 2016 for neglect of her kids. And the kids tested positive for drugs. How the hell your kids test positive for drugs? I'm just saying, there's a whole goddamn charge on her. She got out on I think it was a $10,000 bond, $100,000 bond. I'm finna put it up for y'all. But yeah, man, and it's just a crazy situation, y'all. This lady was locked up in 2016 for neglecting her kids. And they turn around and have drugs found in their system. The same shit. That's why I tell y'all when I say history repeats itself. That was in 2016. Here it is, what this is, 7 years later. You still over there messing around with them methamphetamines. You just don't know when to quit, Latakia. You done got your friend, Cheryl. She on the dope bad. Look at her. I'm talking about she got goddamn meth marks in her face. That lady Cheryl Orange smoked meth. And I'm telling y'all, she smoked meth. She goddamn do fentanyl. She do goddamn crack. She do. Look at her. That lady do anything she can get her motherfucking hands on. She snort cleaning products. She goddamn sniff glue. That lady would do anything to get her high. One Life family, I said it.
Cheryl, thank you so much for joining us. I'm so sorry it's under these circumstances. How are you doing right now?
It's hard. I'm trying one day at a time. It's a lot to process.
So you were the first to actually alert authorities in Brownsville about that your friends were missing or hadn't made it back. Can you let's just start by telling us about why you and your friends were planning to go to Mexico?
Latavia is my best friend. She hit me up and asked me to join her, to accompany her in a trip to Brownsville, Texas for cosmetic surgery. And we began the road trip. We left out on Thursday and traveled to Texas. Once I got there, I was then informed that her procedure was being done across the border. In that event, we were just arriving in Brownsville, Texas at Studio 6, and I didn't have proper identification, so I couldn't join her to go across to the border, which left me back at the hotel.
So because you didn't know you didn't know you'd be going out of the country, you didn't know you'd be going to Mexico, you didn't bring ID with you. Did you travel with her and the others to Brownsville, or did you meet them there?
No, we all traveled together. Okay. It was a road trip.
So did you have any idea about threats down in Matamoros or what it was like across the border?
I'm assuming that she didn't know because I know her, like, she's not going to travel to danger.
Did you actually try to cross the border with them and were turned away, or did you just realize before even trying that you didn't have ID?
No, she told me that when I told her I didn't have my ID with me, they dropped me off at the hotel and said that they would return in 15 minutes. That's why I was so worried and in fear, because it didn't seem right. 15 minutes had gone by, they were not there.
So how long did you wait after 15 minutes? I mean, it must have been agonizing.
When they dropped me off at the hotel, I had got into the shower. I showered and I laid on the bed. I think I was exhausted from, the long hours, the long ride. So I ended up falling asleep. I woke up and it was already 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So from 9 to 5, I went down to the office, the clerk in the hotel, and I asked him, had my friends come back or attempted to, come in and out the hotel, come back to the hotel. And he told me no. So I called my boyfriend, I called Tay's brother, and I said, something's not right. And I text my roommate. I said, something's not right. 9 o'clock got here, 12 o'clock got here, midnight. And then now we're into Saturday morning at 10:23. It's literally a few minutes before checkout. I'm like, there's no way. I called the cops immediately.
And I know you had their luggage, you had their things. Is that right?
I had 3 of the 3 male victims' belongings. I retrieved it after it became 11 o'clock.
At what point did you learn about what had actually happened?
They sent it to me, I think, it had to be between Saturday night and Sunday morning, the wee hours.
What did you think when you saw that? I mean,
I dropped the phone. My body clenched up. I dropped the phone. My stomach was in knots. And I just began praying. For the return of them. I didn't know much about the cartels, and I started looking up videos, and it was bad. It was bad. I began to think the worst, and just thank God for her daughter, her 18-year-old daughter, Tay's daughter, She held me together. She held me together. She made me keep the faith. I want the world to leave us alone and stop being mean. I want them to have a heart, because everyone has a past. What happened to her wasn't right. She didn't deserve it. She's a beautiful person. When I spoke to Latavia yesterday, she said, thank you. She told me thank you, and said she was worried about her. This lady was facing death damn near. And she said, I was worried about you.
She said she was worried about you.
I love her. She's the best. Right?
Wow.
She's a beautiful person.
Well, Cheryl, I'm so sorry for what you and your friends have gone through, and I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us, and I wish you the best. I hope you get to see her soon.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.